It was a good feeling, right? Like I was telling the story on how I don't know if you knew this. Right when you won, I went into the back and I was like high fiving you and grabbing you. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, man, you just beat Fedor. And then I walked out and Fedor was standing right outside the gate there. I was like, my bad.
Ooh, if you knew where you were right now, that'd be pretty awkward. But it's okay.
How you feeling, brother? How did it all go down for you, man? Is it surreal for you to beat a guy like Fedor?
You know, man, you know me, man, and unfortunately, it's like we talked about before, is that it's just another victory right now. I mean, really, it is. Maybe like in the future it'll change, but like I'm happy about it. I'm glad I got the payday. I'm glad it's over. You know, like I'm glad I can start to finally focus on somebody else. But really, man, it's okay. You know, like I've gotten recognized a hell of a lot more. Like we were in Chicago yesterday, and dude, I got recognized everywhere in Chicago.
I mean,
and that's not usually a fight town.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Like as soon as it happened, I said, "Well, Bellator, you got your next superstar." Because when you've always been this guy, you're a fan favorite and stuff like that, and you're undefeated in Bellator, but you haven't had like that marquee win. And what I thought was interesting, what I talked to you about right after, I'm like, dude, I don't get why you don't ask for the belt. Like that should have been for the vacant heavyweight title. Like it's Fedor. He fights for titles, son, and you just murked him.
Yeah.
I don't get why they don't give you a title.
I don't know why they didn't make that a title. Maybe it's because you only had a limited number of fights. I don't know, but or like signed to Bellator.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing too, man. When it comes down to the title, I honestly, you know me as well as anybody in the world does. I don't care enough to be like, I want to fight for the title. When they call me up and say, hey man, it's gonna be for the title, they're cool, sweet. Make sure the money matches the title that I'm about to accomplish, and that's all I really sweat about.
That's fair. I thought what else? Go ahead.
I'm gonna fight everybody. I'm gonna fight everybody sooner or later. If you're good enough, I'll punch you in the face.
Yep.
And it's just in my opinion, it's just a matter of time.
Well, where do you go after a guy like Fedor? I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's by far the most famous heavyweight that signed with Bellator. I mean, they have Roy, and Roy has his fight coming up. They got a guy like Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm glad that it doesn't fall on my shoulders to make that decision. I know that there's people like that are bumbling about me fighting Czech, or me fighting Roy again. I'm sure I'll fight Roy again, but it'll be down the road. I don't think it'll be anytime soon.
No.
And as far as like me fighting Czech, he's on a win streak, but none of his fights have been worth watching. Like none of his fights have been anything that's even remotely exciting. And Chicago doesn't even really fight. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even fight anymore. He's a tactician for certain, and he knows what he's doing, and whatever he does very well. But it's a very different conversation to have now. And like, I think that they have to. I think that whoever wins, if they beat me, they have to be able to justify them having the title, and I think that's a difficult conversation to have right now.
Agree. I think you're on for once in your career. We knew this wasn't like this in the UFC, but you got the chips in your corner where I think you can kind of say like, if they give you someone that you're not familiar with, like I'm good, man. I just knocked out Fedor for God's sakes. I thought what was interesting too was in the back. You're like, yo, man, I don't remember it. You're like, where did he throw from? I was like, are you serious right now? You're like, yeah. I'm like, well, you both knocked each other down, man. You're like, what? You're like, yeah. And then when did you come to like go through the fight? What were you expecting to go down? How you think it was going to go down? Obviously not the double knockout, but you thought you were going to get the knockout.
Oh yeah, for sure. If I'm going to beat Fedor, I'm going to knock him out. Like, I mean, I think everybody knew that. Like, I'm not going to be out grappling and out submitting Fedor. But like, it was when we watched the film. I've only seen the film one time, a whole like I actually had to study it. And that was when I was in the locker room before the press conference. And we noticed that he hit me with a straight right, but he hit me on my chest, like just underneath my collarbone on my right side. I'm sorry, on my left side. And I hit him with a hook, and I turned his chin. But his hands were so quick from his hip to my shoulder. I did not remember it because I got dotted in the face and I didn't remember it. I did not remember it because it happened so quick and my brain just processed too much information at the same time, so I got like an overload.
That makes sense.
But so there's if you watch the film, you'll notice I didn't get punched in the face at all. It's just I must have just rotated my shoulders and his came up so close that I didn't brace enough.
That's a good night when you don't take any hits to the face, no brain trauma, son, and you beat Fedor.
Dude, yeah, not bad, man. And the thing is, when he kind of ducked under for a single, and I hit him with a couple uppercuts from underneath the armpit.
Yeah,
I had him in that chin trap, and then once he slapped back, I kind of jumped on him and I punched him one time, and dude, I felt like I touched his soul. Like I hit that punch so hard, man.
It looked so hard because it came from all the way from the top, and then just all the force landed right on his Russian face.
Dude, I hit him so hard in that moment. I thought to myself, oh God, ooh, that hurt.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. I was when he came out, he looked good too, man. And when he threw those first couple punches, I'm like, this motherfucker's quick. He still got it.
Oh, dude, he's really quick. Oh, for sure. And I was trying to play with him. I was trying to lure him into something. I wanted to see how he was going to react to what I was doing. And that dude, true to his face and his stoicism, that dude did not react to anything. The only thing he reacted to was a body kick that he thought I was going to throw because I was playing around with my hips. And
you said
even that was really quick.
Yeah, you said something in the post fight in the cage interview where you said you could tell he was trying to read your hips and shoulders.
Yeah, dude, he's smart. He's really, really intelligent. I told you in the back, I understand I only fought him for 74 seconds, but I can tell you right now, he's hands down the best fighter I ever fought already.
I'm sure some people would disagree and say Brendan Schaub, but I'm not here to argue that at all. At all. It's Fedor. Let's not get crazy here. Let's not get crazy at all here.